Alright, so we're going to start by interchanging the grill. So we're going to remove the two side screws, thumb screws, on each side of the grill. This is the ESM amplification grill, so you're going to want to be careful and make sure you find the cable and disconnect that. This gets removed. Open up the box. This is the acoustic power cable compared to the ESM amplification cable. Grill, it has an open and closed mute. So this should just fit on perfectly. And we're going to line up the holes. And the thread, you want to start to back thread at first to catch the threads, and then you can see how just easy the thread goes. If it goes hard, you don't have it threaded right. We don't want to tighten this all the way until we put the other side in. And then once we've got them both in, we can tighten them both up. So that's the power grill. Now we will demonstrate how to interchange the reed blocks. So the first thing we want to do is remove the treble side pins. This little tool here we made so it doesn't scratch. You want to find a tool that doesn't scratch the pin size. So we're just going to reach behind the pin head, squeeze and pull out. It's a good idea to put these in order so you put them back into the same hole. Move the back pad. And then remove these. Okay. Then you're going to want to find something that you can turn the accordion over with. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold the bellow frame here, pull up. There is also a bellow cable in here, so we want to be aware of that and be able to undo that cable in here. We're just going to turn the accordion over. So our reed blocks, this is a non-tone chambered accordion, so we have 4 straight reed blocks. They are numbered 1, 2, 3, and 4. You're going to see blocks 1 and 2 are for the white keys. You have the clarinet set, the bassoon set, the flute set, and the piccolo. And the black keys are on a separate set of blocks. Same, clarinet, bassoon, flute, and piccolo. So we've made a little mark here. There's screws that go into the body of the accordion, and these are not to be touched. So what you're going to want to do is we're going to remove blocks 2 and 4, and they're also identified in the extra set as 2 and 4. So we're going to take the screws that are screwed into the reed block, I'm just going to make an 1/8 of a turn counterclockwise. Okay, once that's done, we just take our finger and slide the slider back. And then we're just going to remove the reed block. So we don't want to ever touch the reed tongues or the leathers with our fingers. So we're just going to take this, we're going to lift this side up, and then just pull it straight up and out. We're going to do the same thing to block number 4. Pull it straight up and out. Okay, now we're going to duplicate that same thing with the extra reeds that we're going to put in. 1/8 of a turn counterclockwise. Pull the slider back. This was block number 1 was out first. Block number 4 is out last, so we're going to reverse that. So we're going to take block number 4 and we're going to slide it in the opposite direction. So we're going to slide it under the clasp. Be careful as not to touch the other side of the reed block. And you see just how easy and perfectly fit. If you're struggling trying to get it in, you're not doing something right. Secure the clasp. Same thing on the white blocks. This is a little more difficult because you're going in between. So you want to be very careful and visual that you're not going to touch either side. So we're going to slowly put it in this way. Gently drop it down. Do the clasp. We're going to tighten these back up. So these are 1/8 of a turn clockwise. You're just going to make it snug. Do not tighten these to be tight. Then we'll resecure the other set of reed blocks into the box. Same issue. Under the clasp, drop it down. Same thing here. Be careful not to touch the other side. Tighten these. Now these reed blocks are secure. Okay. Now we've tightened those up. Check the clasp, but you can't pull them back by your hand. Now we're going to reassemble the accordion. So the first thing we're going to do is plug the cable back in. You might want to make sure that this cable is facing towards the frame and not towards the reed blocks. I'm just going to gently set the frame treble casing back on the frame and put the pins back in. Helps to push them in with something other than your finger so you don't. Back pad back on. And there you have it.